inseparable pair from the Moms Club, and we just sort of got stuck together so that they didn't have to watch over us. So I guess we made good friends eventually. So Jason, thank you very much for that. But what made us stay friends for this long time was just how much we were able to click over music and over pretty much every other thing that you can imagine. I listened to him talk about Batman and nerd stuff as well. And you know what? I didn't necessarily get too involved in that culture myself, but Jason always made it very interesting to hear about. And so I very much thank you for that. You tried to teach me Super Smash Melee, I'm sure 5 times, and I forgot every single time. But you kept trying because you believed in me for some reason. We've gone multiple miles away from each other over our lifespan. Like, we used to be neighbors in the same neighborhood, then we lived in the other, like you lived in Oregon and I lived in Tennessee, and then you came back and that was a twist. Oh, congratulations. You're back. But now we're pretty decent drive away from each other. And we don't really talk completely like every single day. But for some reason, me and Jason are always able to pick up right where we left off. Even after a month of not really saying anything, once he says, "Hey, you want to hang out?" And I said, "Sure, let's do that." We hung out for his birthday and we just talked about as if we had never stopped talking. It's fantastic. I love this man. I love this man so much. And Victoria, you are an absolute fantastic compliment to this man. Like, you are a goofball to the max. This man's a goofball, but he'll keep it like inside until he like lets you into your close circle. Like, he's very unassuming. He's a goofball, but you like to bring that out. You like to bring that out of him, and it just makes him very happy, and it makes me very happy to see him be happy. So here's the thing. I love you both. I love you both so much. And now that y'all are official as Mr. and Mrs. Lee, I just am very, very happy right now. My monotone voice definitely probably doesn't make that sound about right, but I'm actually choking back right now. I love y'all so much.
So I've known Victoria for 5 years, something like that. And we met at a cross-country meet. And so she was running and then we came back. I had never met her before, and she came and gave me a huge, sweaty hug. And that is where our friendship began. And then I really didn't talk to her very much, except at cross-country meets every Thursday. And we'd hug and keep going with our lives. And then she started coming to church. And that's where our friendship got to really bloom. And she was just such a genuine person, like everybody was talking about. And is one of the best shoulders to cry on.
Thank you.
Ever. But also one of the best people to scream with. And just like,
Yes.
I feel so free around her, I do whatever. So, yeah. And then Jason, I probably talked to you like 3 times in my life. But, you know.
So antisocial, man.
Yeah. So, but it's really cool to see you dating and now married Victoria.
So many of you may know me as the shorter and less funny brother. I've known Jason since I was about 0. And I can just say that there was a lot less memories of Jason being mean to me compared to Jared and Justin. I'm not sure how much of a compliment that is, but I hope you're happy. And
Me too.
of course, I've known Victoria for much less time. And I don't really remember a lot of conversations. I don't remember exact places, but I remember the points in time where Jason would come home and would talk about this girl that he met. And I found that weird, but that doesn't matter because they're married now, and it's really cool, and I love it. That was short. That's all I have.
Do moms get to do this?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's cheating.
Yeah, okay. So, yes, we had lived here, we moved back when Jason was going into 10th grade. And 9th grade was not fun. And so we were really looking for 10th grade to be better. And at one point, there was an event coming up at Lighthouse, and I was surprised because Jason was talking about that he might go. That was a surprise at that point. But he said, well, I actually have 2 different girls that I think are interested in going to this event with me. And I said, that's great. That's a great problem to have.
The untold story.
Yeah. And I said, well, do you have any idea who you're interested in going with? He said, yeah, a girl named Victoria. I said, okay.
Oh.
So that was all I knew. And then apparently cross country was like monumental because a couple of weeks later I was at the cross country meet and I was looking, but all I knew was like a description. She has dark hair. She'll be wearing a Lighthouse uniform. It wasn't very helpful. But I'm looking through this throng of cross country runners trying to find out who's Victoria. I couldn't find you. I didn't know who you were. So the meet was taking place at a really very large school, so all the way across this large field. I think maybe Nathan, one of the kids came up to me and said, oh, there's Jason and Victoria, and they started running over there. And so I turned and looked over, and the way that you were looking at Jason, I had like a moment. Yeah. And I just casually looked over and saw that and went, in this really good way. But I was totally, I know what that look is. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So, I looked over and I saw that and I thought, I knew this is something that is very, very real. So at this point, right now in time, I want to say that the way that you guys have navigated together from 15 and 16 to 20 and 21, when people change abundantly as you should, and things change and life changes, and the way that you encourage each other and you've let each other grow and change is awesome. And it's such a great foundation for marriage now. And I also am going to say this, specifically to Victoria. Okay, just a second. I am. I'm going to say this. The way that you make my son come alive is unbelievable to me. And I love it, and I adore you, which you already know. And the way that your love for him, things that you've brought him that would have never happened outside of that love that you have for him is the most amazing thing ever. So I love you. That's it.
Cake. Cake time. Cake.
You guys go over?
Kiss.
You guys go
Kiss,
over
kiss,
first.
kiss, kiss,
Okay,
kiss, kiss
Jason
first.
and Vic are gonna go over first to the cake. So once they get over there, then let's gather around them.